Welcome, investigator. Evil is on the rise. Crime is escalating. Our mission is to eliminate the crime by exposing evil, examine why it manifests, and highlight the brave souls that confront it every day. Join us as we work together to bring justice to every victim. Welcome to All Things Crime. Here's your host, Jared Bradley.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All Things Crime. I'm pretty excited, man. I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm at the Red Rock Casino and Hotel. Boy, it's such a gorgeous, you can see the hotel behind me there. And man, a little cloudy, a little windy, overcast today, but aside from that, and it being crazy hot, it's been gorgeous down here. But I'm at the CHIA conference, which is the California Homicide and Investigators Association, and one of the biggest homicide detective conferences in the country. And I come to this pretty much every year. You know, COVID obviously stalled it out, but they fired it back up this year, and it's pretty awesome. So I'm going to show you a little bit about our little vendor area, but most importantly, it's running into a lot of people that haven't seen for a long time, and people that I actually haven't met in person. And one of the most exciting that I've run into is Colleen Fitzpatrick. And she's kind of the founder of Genealogical DNA. So, and she's just awesome. So, hey, I wanted to pause real quick and let Colleen talk and tell you a little bit about the MVac.
This is the MVac. This is a game changer in forensic innovation. This machine here can develop many times, between, I'd say, 20 to 40 times the amount of DNA that simple swabbing can obtain. So this is the best thing since sliced bread as far as forensics go, and with the exception of forensic genetic genealogy. But other than that, it is one of the top innovations in forensics in the last few years. So buy the M-Vac, use the M-Vac. It's a real game changer.
Yeah. How awesome is Colleen, man? She's just all fired up, and just a joy to be around and have a conversation with. And yeah, she was telling me all about her Scotty vest too. And if you haven't ever seen one of those, that's a pretty amazing invention. And it's from Idaho, so just like the M-Vac. But one of the things that I just had to jump on here is in the presentation here. Now, as a vendor, I'm not allowed into some of the presentations because they talk a lot about casework, and a lot of the cases they talk about are still not adjudicated, and so they have to be law enforcement to actually get in there. But had a number of detectives come up to me just shortly after the presentation that was, I guess, just before lunch today, and they were like, man, this case out of Georgia, they were talking about the MVac, and in fact, there was a private lab that was talking, and they specifically talked about how the MVac was helping solve these cases. So pretty exciting stuff when you have people at major conferences talking about your product, and it's not even, I'm not even the one doing the talking. So, another amazing thing about it is there's cases like that going on all over the country, and really all around the world, where the MVac is helping solve cases where, swabbing and other traditional methods just couldn't, and can't get it done. And that's pretty common with difficult DNA, and what I mean by that is DNA that is either on a surface that is rough or porous, but also maybe it's a little degraded. Maybe it's in a part of a cold case that the DNA has been sitting on the evidence for a long time. And so there's really minute amounts of it. And so when the investigator or the CSI or whoever's operating the MVac and actually taking the sample, when they get the chance to actually get at it and start the collection, it's important to collect every little bit that's there, because if they don't, then it's really difficult to get a good profile. So anyway, I wanted to just throw this out really quick, and it was just an exciting development, and love hearing that. But it's just an amazing thing when I'm getting phone calls from detectives and crime scene investigators, forensics analysts from all over the country and all over the world when they get a hit where they couldn't get one before, and they're like, hey, your machine is just absolutely fantastic. And Francine Bardot, a good friend of the company and of mine, and she said it in a different video at one time. She said, your dad, who is Dr. Bradley, that invented the MVac, was way ahead of his time. And it's absolutely true, because I think it's taken a good 10 years for a lot of the lab processes to catch up to where the MVac is, and to be able to accommodate how much DNA the MVac is actually able to collect. Because compared to swabbing, even the FBI showed that it collects 50, 60 times more than the swab can. And in the latest case, I hope all of you have heard the episodes I did with Detective Brian Davis about solving the Lita Reyes case. If you haven't, definitely go back. And by the way, I hope you've subscribed to the podcast and the video cast, both on YouTube and Rumble, and follow us there, and so you don't miss any episodes. And please share. It's really important that you guys share these episodes and get your friends to subscribe as well. So, but what in that particular case, the swabbing had, and that's with Detective Davis, was saying that swabbing was not able to generate really any kind of a profile from the rope that had tied up Lita Reyes, but the MVac collected 117 nanograms of DNA material, most of it being male. And if you think about a typical DNA profile, it only requires a half a nanogram of DNA material, and yet the MVac was able to collect 117 nanograms. So like 200 and almost 240 times more than what they needed. So that's just a tribute to how aggressive and how really effective the MVac can be on different surfaces. So yeah, I just wanted to make this real quick message, send it out to you guys, and hope you enjoy it. But definitely, if you haven't had a chance to take a look at the MVac, especially if you're involved in any kind of criminal investigation, you need to go and check it out, because it is a major tool that is helping solve a lot of cases, and DNA is kind of the gold standard. So a lot of these cases can't go forward, let alone be solved, without a good DNA profile. So make sure that you check out the MVac, and if you need any help with getting it, being able to use it, or finding out somebody that can help you with your particular case, then give us a call. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks for joining us. Your attention today brings us one step closer to exposing and eliminating the evil that brings crime to our communities. Hit subscribe and share this episode. Together, we will bring justice to every victim.